Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox. Welcome to another Back to Basics video, and today we're going to be covering your Plankerton Storm Shield Defenses number 9 and 10. Now, if you have been following my series on the Plankerton builds, then you will know that I do not have anywhere near the decent traps in here. I've got really basic traps. Nothing is really that leveled up. I think my broadsides have got the blue perks to them. Drop traps are a couple of blue perks, and my wall darts as well. But other than that, most other things really just are not leveled up. I just do not even have the perk up on this account at the moment to be able to level them up properly. And my anti-air traps are even a level 35 blooming green with really crap perks to them completely. So it may look a little bit like a bomb site in certain places. I did spend a good few hours for the last couple of days after work. I've been coming home trying to get SSD 9 and 10 done for you in an AFK, and because the traps are so bad and the perks are so bad, it's been taking me quite a long time to get it done. So I do hope you do enjoy this video. I hope it does help you out. If it does, please hit the like and smash that subscribe. It will help me out a great deal. Don't forget to use code RiverFox in the Fortnite store. So, okay, where do we start? Now, for SSDs 8 and 9, it seems to be, especially if you've been following the builds and the amplifiers that I've placed, it seems to be that they always seem to attack on the same ones. You will get attacked on your home base on wave 1, which will either be from the north or from the east. Next off, it seems to attack on amplifier A up here from the south. Then we seem to have amplifier B from over the west, and then it seems to be amplifier D either from the west or the south. So I'm only going to go through those amplifiers on this time because I haven't really made any other changes to any of the other amplifiers, and I've just been working on these. So you will also remember I did mention that this lot over here is all my endurance builds. And for SSDs 8 and 9, 8, 9 and 10, I had to make a few changes to it because the endurance builds, number 1, weren't aimed at smashers, and number 2, I'm really meant to have a damn sight better traps on it than what I've actually got. So you will notice I've had to add in a lot of extra stuff over here, mainly for the smashers. Now, the smashers, because our traps are so bad, we're getting through all of this lot and heading over to our home base. So I've set all this up in here, which tend to catch most of them and take them all out. And I also added in another long tunnel along here as well, because the smashers were getting through this as well. Now, the rest of it, all that lot in there, I'm not going to cover in that. That's all been covered before, so I'm not going to go through all of that lot again. It does seem to be random whether it will be from the north or from the east that they will spawn. And from the east up here, I made a couple of extra changes up here too. I've put in a load of drop traps up the top to catch out the spawns, because you will have a lot of kill waves as well, where you've got a lot of husks to kill. Now, annoyingly, the lobbers again always seem to want to take long routes, and they were coming down here, they were coming along here and trying to bash through all of this structure to get to our amplifiers. So I've set up a couple of traps up the top here as well, just to try and take out any of those annoying ones that wanted to go the long way round. Other than that, getting down here, I mean, this lot over here, it's deleted half of my traps here again, which it constantly keeps doing. But we've set up another section over here for our smashers. The smashers were causing no end of problems, so I've set up a load of extra ones along here just to deal with some extra damage and things as they come along. Most of the smashers wanted to go through over there, so they tend to get taken out straight away, but they don't make it much further than this square here. But if they come over this way, they were starting to cause a bit of trouble, especially in SSD number 10. So that is for the home amp. Now the next one then that gets attacked is this one all the way over here. So let me get up here to this. Now, I didn't have to make too much of a change over here. This one pretty much is as it was before. Now, I knocked everything down when I built for that amplifier, which never got attacked once in all of my testing and all of my runs in 8, 9, and 10. So you don't need to worry about building for amplifier E over there. But I did leave these drop traps up here because we were getting some of those annoying lobbers which were actually coming all the way around here. They were dropping down there, coming around all of this lot and trying to find a way up this way. So I left them in, which kind of took care of them and took them out of it. I did set this up here, which I think I covered in SSD number 8. And this is just really to cause a little bit more damage to anything that makes it up here, because I blocked all of this off. I've blocked all of this off up here, hopefully to prevent them wanting to come up these ramps, which for majority of the time it does, but then when they have broken through some of it, they will start heading around through here. Couple over there just because they kept trying to bash at the wall there, and then just this main big tunnel in here. And twice now I've changed that to a wall launcher, and I don't know why it's, I don't know, but there we go. It's it works pretty fine over there. I didn't really make any other changes in this tunnel. It's pretty much the same as it was before. Let's get up here, because we also get attacked over on amplifier D, which will be from the west and from the south. Now this one is where it looks a bit mucky and a bit messy. I have got anti-air traps literally everywhere because of the flingers were absolutely doing my head in, but the anti-air traps are just so low powered that they weren't even really doing anything, so I couldn't be bothered to knock it all down again and start again, so I just left them there. But from the west, they are going to be spawning all the way over down here. They're going to be spawning around down this spot down here. So I put in all of this build. This is all new for SSD number 9. And yeah, it's basically try and kill as many as you can, because on this wave I think you've got, it's like 6 minutes or so that you've got to defend this one, or it might even be 1,000 husks. I can't quite remember. I think it might be 1,000 actually. So you've got to kill as many as you can before they get up. And yeah, it's nothing too fancy. But it does the job. It does the job. And all of the ramps up here, I blocked all of these ramps off to stop them coming up this way. Now, it was from the south that I was getting the major problems, and you were very limited where you could even place structures. I mean, this lot here was all behind the barrier on SSD 8. I couldn't even get to finish putting in the block off in there. And then I realized then that they could just come up this side of it and wander all the way around, which is why there's no traps on any of these ones, because I couldn't place any. But I did make in an extra bit in here. Couldn't place any in there either. So that they will get killed as they come around here, because especially those blimmin' flingers, they were coming the long way and dragging husks around with them. So that was that bit up there, which caused me no end of problem. We got loads of lobber shields up. Everywhere you look, there is lobber and flinger shields, because they would be traveling so blimmin' far trying to find a way to lob and fling at our amplifier. This is the main direction for it, which, as you can see, I added a load of ceiling electric fields up here just to take them out as they spawn, because they will spawn all the way back at this section over here. So we placed in a load more to try and kill them off up there. This is just basically a flinger wall, really, because they kept on trying to find spots that they could go to actually get to our amplifier, and it was causing me so many problems. Even with that lobber shield up there, the flingers were still finding a way, and it was really getting annoying. I did block this off over there because I found that they were, even for when they were getting hit by this wave over here, they were going all the way down there around the other side of that in order to get to fling to the amplifiers. So that had to get blocked off as well. Other than that, I did add a couple of extra traps down the bottom of this ramp here, just for that added damage, because it was taking so long to kill them. But yeah, the rest of it is pretty much as it was before, pretty much the same there. So there's no change up at top. It's just mainly those bits there and this big massive blooming lobber shield that you see up here as well. For the other one, which I think is wave 3 in SSD9 and wave 4 in SSD10, I think it is, they will attack this one over here, and not really any changes over this one. This one was working pretty fine. There was no problems on this at all. This was our endurance build that I built before, so this will stay, apart from trap wise. The traps will get upgraded and changed when I have leveled them up, but other than that, nothing else will change on there. So yeah, so that is my build then for the 4th account, the one with the really bad traps on it and no perks or anything. So I'm going to quickly go over onto the 3rd account, show you the builds that I've got on there as well, and they will also cover for 9 and 10. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, right, so we are now on what is my 3rd account. Now, with this one, I didn't have to actually make too many changes on this one compared to the 4th account, and that is because on this account I do have much better traps. I've managed to get a lot better perk up and things for the traps that I have. So they were a lot more powerful, and they were doing the job so much better that they didn't have to have hardly any changes to it. Now, because this one we got different amplifiers placed, it's going to look completely different than it does on your on my other account. But I didn't need to make any changes to this one over here for the home base north. That one I didn't need any of the extra trap tunnels or anything put in there, again because the traps were working so well. Now, we do have this amplifier up here placed for this account. So because of that, we're only ever going to get attacked on the north for the home base on this account. You'll never get attacked from the east. Now, this amplifier doesn't get attacked, or didn't seem to get attacked, but this is my endurance build, which worked brilliantly. Anyway, you might see from some of the footage, I was generally kind of standing up here for most of it, and the only things that ever really got through were, again, the smashers, because the endurance builds aren't aimed for smashers. And they did kind of get up this far, and they did demolish a heck of a lot of these builds up here, but it didn't matter because they were up here causing problem rather than being down there, so it meant that no other husks could get through. We didn't really get attacked from this side anyway, but this again is endurance build, so if you want to know what they are like, do check in the description. I'll post a link for my Plankerton endurances in there. This amplifier over here, I can't recall actually whether we did get attacked on it or not, but if we didn't have any problems. It worked perfectly fine, and it just kind of looks exactly the same as it did for the 7, 8, 9. They're all the same. No changes on them at all, so they're all pretty good. Let's have a look over on this one over here. I do believe we did get attacked on this one, as far as I can remember. But again, this is pretty much the same as it was in my other defenses. We've got a load of drop traps up here to catch them at the spawns. Majority will come this way, where they will get knocked into some boxes and take damage and things before they start heading around here and taking loads of damage as they come down. You will get the odd one, which annoyingly will just walk around all of that lot, and they will come down here and fall into these tunnels, so they get taken out there. And they were trying to come up this ramp up here, so all we did, we just blocked it off behind, put a couple of launchers in here to fling them back into this box, and that kind of took care of them all anyway, so didn't have to worry from there. Over at this amplifier here, this is my endurance build, which again, link be in the description down below. This one worked pretty well, no problems on here. We've pretty much just got it set up the same as we did before. I did put in a drop trap, which I don't think is on the endurance build, up here, because the flingers especially kept on wanting to come down this way. I didn't block that bit off like I did on the other account, because I didn't need to. I didn't have any issues. But if you want to make sure 100% that they don't get through, then make sure you block off that little tunnel there, and they won't be able to get through from there. We didn't place this amplifier on this one, so we didn't have any builds for this one. So this one's not been placed. We did, however, place this one over here. And for this, they mainly get taken out by the drop traps up here, and then pretty much the same as our other account that we looked on just now. It's the same design really as that, so that shouldn't be any problem in there either. And yeah, they can only get attacked really from that one side. I never had any problem with them coming up here. If you do get any problems, because they will spawn down there or over that way, but if you do get any problems with them wanting to come up, then just block it off and block that ramp up there. So that should be fine. This one over here, there's no other changes on this at all. This is pretty much the same as it was again for the other one. So I didn't make any other changes on that. We didn't have to build anything around amplifier E again, because I never got attacked on it. So yeah, great one for your SSDs. I'm going to get started as soon. I'm going to level up my traps and things before I do. But I'm going to get started very soon on the endurance builds for it. Because of course, although I've done the endurance, and I've done endurance builds for, you know, many of the amplifiers, like that one, that one over there. I've done all of those endurance builds, but we've got these new amplifiers which I haven't placed before. We got this one here, and we got that one up there which I haven't placed before, so I'm going to get those builds sorted out for those and get those covered and add them into the playlist as well. But yeah, that is pretty much my builds for my Plankerton Storm Shield defenses numbers set, all the way up to 10 AFK as a ninja, with really not that best traps. I mean, yeah, this one has got better traps than my other account, but even on the other one, we still managed to do it pretty easily. So I hope these videos and this series does help you out. If it does, don't forget to hit that like, smash subscribe. Do use code RiverFox in the Fortnite store. Check in the description, there will be links there for videos which will help you out with the endurance builds and anything else, as will these two up here. But until the next one, I hope you have a fantastic day. And stay safe, my friends.